So if you do something like this, see these flashcards? That interval is a third. Okay? This interval is a fifth. This is a fifth. That is
7.
And I'm going to tell you right now, they're always going to be odd numbers because if it goes from a line to a line or a space to a space, it's an odd number. If it looks even, it's odd. That's the weird thing about this. So that's a 7th, 7th, third, fifth, 7th, fifth, 7th, third, fifth, 7th, fifth, third, 7th, 7th, third. You can see it, right? And what we want to do is learn to get this in our eye and go, oh, third, fifth, 7th. Bing, boom. And now we're using our right brain to read, not our left brain, and we could put in all the emotion that we want to with it. There's no reason for the reading process to stop us. It's like becoming familiar with the map. Once you become familiar with the map, you don't need to refer to it except where your memory fails. And that gives you the freedom to just enjoy the travel, the trip, right? Now, what happens if it's even? If they look odd, it's usually an even number. So you see this is really big, so that's a 6. This is really crowded, so that's a 2. This is in between, so that's a 4. So what's that?
2.
2. 4.
2. 6.
6. 6. 2. 4. 6. 2. 4. 6. 2. 6. 2. Oops. 4. 2. So you see how this is almost as instant as the other method I used for rhythm, right? It's instant. It's almost instantaneous. We know how to guess how big something is. We know whether it's 2 inches or 5 inches or 10 inches, and we've learned to look across the room and say, oh, that clock is about 12 inches across. The diameter of that clock is about 12 inches. The radius would be about 6 inches. And we went over there with a ruler, we probably right to within a 16th of an inch. So we have to learn to do that with music. Okay? Let's take if that red line is the number 1, then what's that?
6.
6. If that's 1, coming down, that would be the number 6. Coming down, that would be 4. Okay, coming down, that would be 4. If that's 4, that's 5. Right. That would be 7. Then that would be 2, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 1. Got it? Doesn't matter what your clef is. Okay? What's that?
1, 7, 6, 5,
3, 5, 4, 6, 2, 7, 1. No problem so far, right? Okay, now we're going to make this 1. Doesn't matter what the key is. This tells us the key, but okay, from here to there is 5. From there to there is 7, 6, 3, 7, 5, 4. Goes from line to space. It's an even number. Space to space, line to line. Odd number 5. Even number 7, 1.
One, 6,
6,
2,
3,
4. From a line to a space would be an even number. Space to line, odd. 3, 6.
5.
Yes? 7. Okay, you have 5 minutes to clean up. Okay, can you see what I'm getting at? So once you know where 1 is, you can read by number. All you need to do is start thinking. Now what happens is in the music itself, sometimes sharps and flats will come up. If they do, then you add, if it's a sharp, you go up a half a tone. If it's flat, you go down a half a tone from that number. So if it looks like it's on the 5 line, it looks like a 5, but it had a sharp in front of it, then I would play it as a 5 sharp. If it looked like a 3 and had a flat in front of it, then it would be a 3 flat. And you only deal with the sharps and flats as they come up. Neutrals, what a neutral does is a neutral can be either a sharp or a flat. And the secret to neutrals is very simple. Whatever the key signature is, the neutral is the opposite. So if there are sharps in the key signature, every time I see a neutral, it's acting like a flat. And I just treat it like a flat. Every time if there are flats in the key signature and a neutral comes up, it's getting rid of the flatness, which means it's acting as a sharp. And then I treat it as a sharp. And that's it, folks. That's all there is to reading music by number. So look at those songs I gave you and try to number them. And you'll see that if you sit on a piano and try to play them, the song will come. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
Sorry I couldn't have some more time. They're being very... The normal lady isn't here.